guy's lad to me, he's like, I think that's a bit much, and he's quite sore, and I'm like, nah, it's fine. You get your client fat before the shoot.
You're ruining the hard work they've done.
Sorry, bro. Sorry, you're fat.
That's not my fault. You doing it, you kind of like wing it in some aspects and in some things.
And they're like, I don't know if I can handle it. And I'm like, shut up.
It's too much.
Email.
I know, like,
Read this.
Read this, and this contains X, Y, and Z. It's too much stuff. The most pointless qualification in the world, arguably.
What mistakes I've made, what mistakes I've done. I remember the first programme that I wrote for someone who was completely new in the gym. Turns out I don't know why I done this right, but I gave him basically.
What's happening, YouTube?
I'm Mitchell.
And I'm Jamie.
And today we have, no we don't, doesn't matter. Today we have a combined, tomorrow more.
We start again.
Just keep going, actually, fuck it. We have a combined.
let's just keep going.
We have a combined 10 years of experience coaching clients and a combined 20 years experience on the gym floor. Even though we don't look it, we do. So please no hate in the comments for that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, cheers in advance. So, today, what are we going to chat about? Oh,
things
yes.
Things that we have done wrong.
God,
things we've done wrong as a coach.
Yeah. Things we've done wrong, mistakes we've made over the years, how basically we kind of got started. We touched on that as well a wee bit as well. How we got started, why we got started, all that kind of stuff. You want to go first?
Yeah. So, when you start in this industry, you almost have to fake it till you make it. That's basically what I say. You can get qualified, and if you want to be a gym floor PT, even online, I think you should still get qualified. It's the most useless piece of paper I think
100%.
I've ever gained in my entire life. I learned more. I actually started online coaching before I started the course, and I almost feel like I had to forget what I already knew to answer the questions in ways that they wanted them answered.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a bit of paper, rubbish bit of paper, but you need to get it if you want to be on the gym floor. But your real learning doesn't start till after it. And the only way you do that is by experience, just through getting clients, coaching them, making mistakes. And yeah, we're going to just delve into stuff that we've done wrong, because we have made probably a lot of mistakes, including myself.
I think as well that, like, it's as much as we're saying this about coaching and PT, and it's probably the same for most jobs.
Yeah.
You get the interview. Obviously, you don't technically want to, like, you might do an interview to work in a gym, right? But most of the time, you do not need an interview, right? You just need clients to start coaching, and then that's pretty much you. And you kind of learn on the job. It's the same as if you've got the quality. You might be qualified to do the job, but are you actually any good at it? Well, you're not really going to know, are you, until you start. That is basically it. And I would say that the number one thing.
I'm still good, man.
Could be better. But like, I think the number one thing is experience, and that is going to come from literally just doing the actual thing, just doing it for a period of time, which obviously me and Mitchell now have done for a fair whack of time now, I would say. Like,
combined, we're well over 100.
Aye.
Well over, maybe even pushing 2.
Aye.
Like, we're not one of those people that be like, we have done thousands of lives, and like, it's not that much, right? Because we're just 2 people, and we've got a limited time in the industry, but hundreds of
lives impacted.
And that's how I think that's how you will learn, is when you have seen so many different types of people, you have coached so many different types of people, you will understand what person A might respond to what person B, C, D, E, but you don't know until you get this person. Yes, of course, theory, research, but it does. As Oppenheimer once said, theory can only take you so far. You actually need to be in there, do the work, and figure it out. Like, and it will be a lot of it will be trial and error as you're going. I've made some adjustments, made mistakes with clients, and I'm like, shit, that maybe wasn't the right call.
Aye.
But again, it's part of the process, and if you're decent at what you do, you won't make that mistake again.
That's
what you do. You just need to make mistakes, and yeah, made fucking loads of them.
Any mistake is a good mistake if you learn from it.
Yeah.
I know it sounds cliche, but it is true.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, if you just keep making the same mistake again, then that's a bit of a fucking waste of time, innit? But if you make the mistake and then you learn a bit of it and you go, right, okay, we pivot, shouldn't have probably done that. Maybe I should have done X, Y, and Z in this situation, and you learn from it, and that's basically it. And again, like, I would say, yeah, so true what you're saying there, mate. Like, it being, you can read about stuff, you can do all the research in the world, you can sit the test, you can sit the fucking the most pointless qualification in the world, arguably. Literally, and you can do all that, but it holds no weight until you can actually get to work with people. I don't know if you've done a similar thing, but like when I started, I worked with people for free.
Oh, absolutely,
I'm sure you've done the same. In order to just get the experience, because you can start off and you can say like, yep, I'm and obviously, by the way, everybody needs to start somewhere.
Yep.
Everybody needs to start somewhere, just like we did. But you can say like, yeah, I've got this qualification and that. I am now a PT. Like, but you need to actually prove that you can get results. But where are your results? At the end of the day, we do not have a product, right? We run a service-based business. But at the end of the day, if we did have a product, it's your results. Your client results are essentially your product, which you can only pick up over time and experience working with people. That's literally it.
And to get pretty good results, like it's not like you said, a product where you can just whip up like a product in a couple of days. Like it takes months to get results. Take months, weeks, months, years. Like to especially big lifestyle transformations takes years. I've got one client who's been with me for 2.5 years, and it's like a different person's. Things like that take time. But anyway, one of the main things I wanted to say about like the mistakes that I made is basically just what mistakes I've made, what mistakes I've done. I remember the first program that I wrote for someone who was completely new in the gym. Turns out I don't know why I done this, right, but I gave him basically 5 sets of like everything. So it was like 5 sets of bench press, 5 sets of dumbbell press, 5 sets of flies, like 5 sets of squats.
Blowing your ass.
Guys lied to me. He's like, I think that's a bit much. And he's quite sore. And I'm like, nah, it's fine.
That'll be fine.
That's how it was supposed to be. Guys fucking probably ripped his pec.
Just crack on, mate.
Just crack on, brother. Yeah. No pain, no gain.
I know, but stuff like that is mad. Like, this is to be honest, like when I was programming at the start, like I think like you can only kind of like pick up what you have learned at the start. I still believe this, but I still firmly believe that the best way to get better at coaching is be coached by somebody who is better than you.
Yeah,
it's so simple. It's like how you would do anything, like to let's say we mentioned the other video, like the driving test thing. Well, that person can learn to drive and you can't. So you're learning for somebody that can do the thing that you want to do.
Yep,
that's basically it. You're essentially just being coached and being learning how to do something. So I kind of like picked up all that from there. But I remember the first time I picked somebody for a shoot was in 2024. It was in 2024, and it went fine. But I winged it. Like I did wing it,
yeah.
But it went all right, and I was definitely in the camp of like, well, I'm going to be like, as same back to measure at the start, like being more conservative with stuff. Be more conservative. I think will always kind of save your bacon, to be honest. But
save your bacon.
What's wrong with that? I suppose that's an unused phrase, isn't it?
Unused. New phrase unlocked.
Yeah.
I know my first, I pushed a client I prepped him for a shoot, sorry. And during the peak week, it was like, yeah, but it's like the theory, you know what to do, but then doing it, I'm like, right, I kind of know, but you still just need to give it a go and just be like, if it doesn't work, then it doesn't. But when you are a bit more conservative, you have a bit more room to play with.
100%, mate. 100%. It's always best to,
like, you don't want to overshoot it, and then you get your client fat before the shoot.
You're ruining the hard work they've done.
Sorry, bro. Sorry, you're fat.
That's not my fault. But yeah, like I start to think like there are some other things I've kind of fucked up. Like, but it is very much a case of where like, and again, this going to be a lot of professions where you do need to kind of like wing it in some aspects and in some things, but until you kind of learn along the way. And obviously
with 1-to-1, I made so many mistakes with 1-to-1. I used to just again push people like balls to the wall in the first session, and they're absolutely blown out their arse, and they're like, I don't know if I can handle it. And I'm like, shut up. Fucking just do it. Do the work. You obviously don't want it bad enough.
Aye.
Thinking back on it, and I'm like, oh, poor people. Now, like a session for me with a new client, if they're completely new to the gym, 30 minutes. And 30 minutes it takes. I used to be like an hour just pushing them to the full throttle, but now it's 30 minutes and just well away from failure, just learning movement patterns. I think that's probably the biggest thing I would actually say when you're getting into coaching is you need to know how to train and what machines work and how to properly use machines, how to properly just basically make sure that your form is on point. Because the last thing you want to do is give someone injuries.
Aye. Because then you're not going to make it, make any progress. Then you're going to be very stuck. You'll be more stuck when you started. But yeah, I think
Sorry, I broke your leg.
So some of the thing applies to online, where like I think at the start, I think you can not lose people, but like people can become like disengaged if shit is too difficult.
Yeah.
Just make it attainable. Of course, you want to make it to a point where they're moving forwards and the cogs are turning and they're moving towards where they want to be, but it must be attainable. And I think that was a mistake that I made a lot of the time, where I was like, I would throw like all this stuff at like clients, and I'm like, oh, do this, and here's this email, and blah 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 blah. It's too much.
Email.
I know, like
read this,
and this contains X, Y, and Z. And it's too much stuff.
Yeah.
Like
a fucking puzzle.
See now, I've almost went full 180, and I say this to like literally everybody that I start up. Simple.
Yeah.
Simple. And it doesn't mean it's going to be easy. A simple plan doesn't mean necessarily it's going to be easy. It just means it's going to be straightforward. Straightforward is good, because as the saying goes, the best plan is the one you can stick to. And that was always the mistakes I made. I feel like that was one of my biggest downfalls. I feel like, let's say like 2022, 2023, I would say admittedly, where like I kind of like chucked shit at the wall almost and hoped that it stuck at the start initially. But now I just simplify things, mate.
You're a wee bit better.
Yeah, just
a wee bit.
2%.
2%. You don't throw as much shit at the wall.
Aye.
Nah, you just get better with so much experience. That's the only way that you're going to get better. Like, you can do extra courses, you can do stuff like that, but until you actually get in there, coach clients in the real world and see what people are like and what people respond to, that's the only way you're going to get better.
That's literally it, mate. That's literally it. I think as well that like, I forget what I was going to say there. Maybe cut that.
Yeah, to be fair, we could probably wrap it.
Drop it at that. Cool. Right, well, let's try and pick up where we left off. We'll wrap up with that, mate.